Hey guys, today we're going to be covering one of my favorite topics of all time, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated series. Let's get into it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the Online Podcast. I am your boy Juan G, aka Sparky Boom Man, here with Twinkle Toes himself,
Giga T.
That's right. Oh my God, you're already doing it.
Oh my
Momo
God.
fell off,
Momo
and then he just knocked.
Tried to take out the Avatar.
Yeah, with his earthbending, just rocked the whole table.
Earthbending.
You just rocked the table.
Oh, I earthbend.
Yeah, you earthbend. Yeah.
Well, my Twinkle Toes.
Yeah. You're learning your earthbending.
Yeah.
All right. So, as he said, we're going to be talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Kike has been just on me to get this episode into my mind and watch it. And I thank you for that, sir, because it's a great series.
Yeah.
I never was into it as an animated series when it came out. And I feel like I missed out of the whole vibe of it.
Yeah.
But I remember that I was excited for the film when it came out.
Yeah.
So
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. When he came out with that film, I was like, "Oh, dope! They're doing a live action."
I was excited.
I want to see it.
I really was.
So
and I was let down.
Yeah, you were let down. And going back and watching this film or watching the series after watching the film, I understand now why people didn't like it that were fans of the cartoon first.
Yeah.
But I am still locked in with saying I enjoyed the film. But do you want to get to some nerd news before we dive right into this?
Lots of nerd news.
Avatar
we
stuff?
are going to dive into, like you guys know, typically we are always talking about Star Wars. Marvel and DC lately, but we have some huge Star Wars news.
Yes. Okay.
So Dave Filoni is co-producing a new Mandalorian movie, as Jon Favreau being the director, and it is going to be on top of that still season 4 happening. And Ahsoka got greenlit for a season 2.
Very nice.
They are starting that production this year for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
So they are doing a season 4 of Mandalorian and also a movie? Because last I heard about it, it was the season 4 was going to be a movie instead.
No, it's both. Both are happening.
Both are happening. Very nice.
That's fun as far as what I've seen reported.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm excited for that.
Ahsoka season 2, saw that coming.
Yeah, easily.
Fans enjoyed that series a lot. I absolutely loved it. Exceeded my expectations. So yeah, I get that.
Those are the two biggest things.
Okay.
And then it's a touchy topic. Jonathan Majors had his first interview since the whole conviction, and he is appealing it, and that's why he didn't take the stand also. So there is hope. He said he hadn't seen his daughter in a while because of all this situation happening.
During the first trial, he never took the stand? Okay.
So he's fighting it. So there is hope that, hopefully, he was wrongfully convicted, and then justice is served the correct way, whatever way it was.
Unfortunately, I feel like the damage is done with as far as I don't see it. If he were to overturn the conviction, I don't see him coming back into the Kang role. Marvel,
the role, no.
Disney is.
Would they give him another option in the future? I think so.
Marvel or Disney?
Yeah, because they would have to right their wrong. They cut ties politically because of the not politically, publicly because of
the conviction verdict.
Yeah. But if there was convicted incorrectly, then he, if they don't offer it, that's another lawsuit.
Here's the thing.
Hey, you let me go. I was wrong. I was convicted, but I was wrongfully convicted. Give me an opportunity to come back. I think that's the least they owe him.
Here's my thing with that. Yeah, I agree, but bringing up as an example, what movie have you seen Johnny Depp in lately?
Why?
Exactly.
And he wasn't convicted.
Exactly my
point. But Amber Heard was just in the freaking Aquaman movie.
Exactly my point. But that, to be fair, she was already involved in that movie, like production-wise.
Right, but they could have cut her.
They could have, but it would have cost way more money. And
it's not like it made any money anyways.
That was to be seen. At that point, they didn't know they weren't going to make money. But it actually caught back up. It came back. It was a slow burn. So it started off slow, and then it got more money as it... But anyway, that's the whole point. It's like, and that's why Johnny Depp sued Amber, because he's like, yeah, you're tarnishing my reputation, and yeah, he won, but there's still a scar on his rep. You know, like, yeah, you were convicted, you were what was that? What's the not vindicated, but like where you came out on top and you weren't in the wrong.
Who, Johnny Depp?
Yeah, you were acquitted, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know that he didn't do wrong. And he won.
But there was still a cost to the whole situation. Yeah.
He hasn't been in the movie recently. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe that's his decision. Like, he wants to take a small break from Hollywood until this cast of the trial,
the shadow
goes away of his trial. But as far as Jonathan Majors goes, I don't know if because of that trial, this is what I don't like about Disney, is they're like one and done. They're like, oh, you said a cuss word here? No, you're bye. And it's like Disney is moved so broad from kid stuff. Why are you acting like that? Like, I get it.
They have a reputation too.
I get that, but Disney is shady. But no, as far as how they do their actors and stuff, like with contracts, like, you ever notice all these Disney shows, the kid shows of like Zack and Cody or like Victorious, how they'll go for like a few seasons and then they'll get a new series with like a different title? That's because after 3 seasons, actors are eligible to renew their contract.
Right.
So they cancel the show and then they make another show so that way they can't renew their contract and it's back to base one of your base contract. The kid from Victorious was on a podcast talking about this. The one that did the sock puppet guy?
Yeah, I know.
I don't know who the actor is. Mm-hmm. I'm using that as an example of how Disney deals with... Is that Nickelodeon? No, but he was talking about like how the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, how it was that. No, that's Disney. That's Disney.
Oh, it isn't a Disney.
And Victorious is, I believe, Disney.
Nickelodeon. Victorious is Nickelodeon. Okay. Yeah. Well, he knows about, because he's an actor, so he knows. Yeah, but why. There's a lot of like that, of like childhood stars being taken advantage of. Agreed.
So like that realm. Oh, you still got the sound on?
Yeah. My bad, guys.
So you still got the sound. Mute your freaking laptop, sir. All right. So yeah, as far as Jonathan Majors coming back into the Marvel realm, I doubt it. Like, yeah, Scarlett Johansson had that lawsuit against Disney about Black Widow. She won, and then she's like, yeah, I'd love to work with Disney again. I think that was just a safe face. Yeah. I don't think she is ever going to again.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
how Disney is. And Disney came out and said, like, oh, we would love to work with Scarlett. That's all PR shit. I don't think that's legit. But do you have anything else in our news?
I'm just going to say that I don't agree with anything.
Oh, my God.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. There's some shady bullshit. Like, I get it.
Seriously, our Disney subscription is going to be like, I can't log into my Disney. What the hell? I don't think we're big enough for Disney to be like worried about.
No, I know.
Cancel this podcast.
I'm just being silly.
They have 30 views an episode. They have way too big of a following. They're gonna destroy us. No, I doubt it. They don't even know about us.
But no, I agree. There's shady shit in anything you do, in any industry you go into.
Fair point. Granted, Disney I'm sure does plenty of great. That being said, I'm sure Disney has a lot of good stuff about them.
Yeah.
As far as like, I mean, look at their partnership with Marvel. You know what I mean? Like, they have a lot of good things going for them, but they're still a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And some of their business dealings I don't agree with.
Yeah. But it's because it's a business decision, not. They cut ties with him because then, at the moment he was guilty, and
it's smart to do that because victims of stuff like that are gonna boycott your brand,
right?
So like, I get it, dude.
Because you still are supporting
and
this guy,
Jonathan Majors is like, dude, I get it, man.
Yeah. He's a smart guy.
He knows. He's not like, oh, I'm upset with Disney for fighting. He goes, I get it, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's a crappy situation, man. Yeah. But any other nerd news?
No, nothing relevant. Today, by the time you guys are watching this, we will already be deep into a couple episodes of Echo. So
right, yeah, that's
Echo dropped, and then that'll probably be the next episode we cover. Then big news is that Kingpin is going to be the Thanos level villain.
The street level Thanos.
Right. Yeah. Street level Thanos. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I think Kingpin
I think he always was, right?
Yeah, but now that they're establishing it, and it's cool. You get to see Matt Murdock. You get to see what else? Yeah, so Kingpin interacts with Matt Murdock, Spider-Man, even I think
you said Daredevil already.
Well, Matt Murdock.
Oh, you did say Matt Murdock. Okay. So now Echo. He has a few. Black Cat.
Yep.
Really,
Punisher.
Any New York character.
Yeah.
Any New York based character, which is a lot in the Marvel world.
Luke Cage.
Basically the Defenders. Jessica Jones. They're all New York.
For real.
Yeah, I think the Defenders really had a lot. They were kind of dealing with like branches of Kingpin's empire, not Kingpin directly.
Correct.
So yeah, that makes sense. So Echo. So that's some news. Echo just dropped.
Yep.
So get in on that, guys.
I'm excited.
Keep an open mind, please, on Echo.
Yeah. I know people were talking a lot of smack about like it's just not good enough to release. That's why they just dropped all the episodes.
To be fair, that was Feige.
Yeah.
Feige was like, we can't release this yet. I think that is why it's TVMA now. Maybe it was too soft. And Kevin's like, Kevy.
Kevy?
We're that close. I call him Kevy. No. I'm having strokes today. Like, I can't speak today. I don't know what's going on.
But no, I think, yeah, you're right. Rated TV MA for mature.
MA. So this is the first Disney show, or Marvel show that is TVMA.
Yeah.
That's my stuff. That's where I like to live because it's going to be very gory.
Yeah.
It's going to be Punisher level. And Punisher level was, I don't know if that was rated TVMA, but it was definitely R.
Yeah.
Remember that scene where he's beating that dude with the weight in the gym?
Oh, yeah.
You had saw that before me. You're like, bro, wait till you get to that. You're like, he went savage on this guy. It was brutal.
My favorite Punisher scene is the hallway scene when he's taking all the prisoners. And he's just like, just stabbing them.
Okay. When you said hallway, I always think of Daredevil. Remember that Daredevil where he goes down the stairwell fighting? That was all one shot.
The stairwell?
Where he's in the hallway and he's going downstairs fighting a guy. And then he comes out of the stairwell and then he starts fighting more guys down the hallway. It's a very iconic Daredevil
I forgot
scene.
that he starts in the stairwell.
He didn't start. He goes from level to level, and they follow him through the stairwell, and it's a one shot.
Yeah. At the end, like it breaks through the door. He's like, and he's exhausted, but he's still in the black suit before he gets the actual.
That I don't recall if he's in black suit or red suit. I don't remember
in season 1.
Is it? Because I thought
because he gets the red suit at the end of season 1.
Correct, which I was bummed about. I loved. I was like, dude, I need that Daredevil suit.
Yeah, because he was just a man in the mask the whole time.
Yes,
in the beginning.
My favorite is in the Defenders where he takes Jessica Jones' scarf. Oh, he's like, can I borrow that? And then he's just like, she goes, you're putting it on wrong. She didn't say that, but that would have been funny. It was like, that's not how you wear that.
You're saying that to a blind guy.
I think she looked at him weird though, like,
yeah.
All right. So is that it for nerd news?
That's it for nerd news.
All right, off with the glasses. All right, so I want to dive right into Avatar, dude.
I'm with it.
Let's go. Book 1, Water. So I do want to talk a little bit about the movie first. If that's okay with the producer.
Okay.
I just want to.
I don't.
I know you don't do, but we gotta talk about it.
Okay, so what part of the movie did you like?
I enjoyed the story, which is essentially book 1. Okay. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed how the actor who played Aang played Aang.
Well,
I felt he was very close to Aang
Yes,
I think the kid did his research.
His audition was pretty legit. He's a no-name actor.
Yeah.
That was his first, and he auditioned for, and he was in the Aang guard, like just wearing like the yellow and blue, like he loved this character, and so he embodied it very well. Okay. I think that was the only good thing.
Okay, is the character portrayal
of Aang. I don't like that his name was Ong.
That I didn't. And that throws me off a lot of time when I talking and my kids are in earshot. I accidentally say Ong, and then my kids are like, "It's Aang," and I'm like, "Sorry, yes. I mean Aang." Yeah, that was weird. Kiddos. Yeah, that was weird.
They were trying to have like a more what's the word I'm looking for?
Like dialect, like region type of speaking.
Just stick to the animated. So for me, the reason why the movie did not hit is because outside of Aang, none of the characters hit the reasons why I love this show. All of these characters, for it being a kid show, it's still they're still complex characters that adults see, but the kids, it just goes right over their head, and you don't see any of that in the movie.
Okay, that and I will say that is pretty fair. But the reason, so here's the differences I noticed, and I want to bring this to you because you saw the show first. The show is very, I don't want to say immature, but it's very kid based.
Yeah,
with Aang's acting and his personality is very immature because he's 10-year-old, or 12. 12-year-old.
Yeah, he's 112, but yeah,
technically, a Fairly Odd Parent style. But so yeah, he's 112 technically, but he's a 12-year-old kid still at heart. So he's very immature. He's still coming of age and stuff like that. I felt like they geared the movie more towards an adult base. So the Soka comedy wasn't as comedic.
Yes.
The uncle wasn't goofy. He was very serious and very, I'm a mentor to you, Zuko. And, I didn't hear that dude crack one joke. All throughout the first season, this dude is ripping dad lines like crazy.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Or dad jokes. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Because that's not what was in the movie.
No, not at all.
Fair point. And I agree with you on that. The thing I feel like hit or didn't hit the hardest and really fucked it up for the movie was he changed a fundamental rule or a fundamental fact in The Last Airbender. He took Fire Nation and made them like waterbenders where they need fire.
Oh, yeah.
And, dude, in the show, they could firebend from them.
From their chi, yeah.
From their chi. Dude, if you're going to adapt something, don't change a fundamental fact or rule in that universe. Mm-hmm. You're going to lose a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that, I didn't understand. I'm like, dude, why would you do that? But then I started thinking about it as an adult. It makes sense because if you're trying to make the Avatar world more realistic, so earthbenders need earth to bend.
Right.
Waterbenders need water to bend. Air, it's easy. Air's everywhere, so they can do it. So he tried to match it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't work. To the other, if it's already established one way, don't change it.
Yeah.
So I think those two reasons, the other characters besides Aang weren't true, with the exception to Katara. I feel like Katara, she was emotional throughout the show. She was very close to being an emotional mother-like person in the movie. Those two characters, I think
she also looked the part a little bit too.
Yeah, she was cute. She looked exactly like I can't remember if they did the hair the same.
The hair loopies?
Yeah, the hair loopies. Those are my favorite things of Katara. Like when she doesn't wearing them, I'm like, oh, she's very pretty without them, but I need the loopies. But you know what I mean? Like, you're not Katara unless you got those loopies.
Do you remember when Sokka drew, like, they're embossing Say and they?
Oh, why do you have Momo's ears? Those are your loopies. Yeah.
All right, so let's dive into some characters, right?
Yeah, so, characters.
I know producer had some questions she wanted to run by us really quickly, right?
I don't know if she has questions, but I think she wanted us to talk about
some topics.
Yeah, some of the characters. So let's just rattle off the characters that we know are in the show. So of course you got Avatar is Aang.
Aang, yeah.
Who's a 12-year-old airbender.
Mm-hmm. That was in an iceberg for 100 years.
Yes, because so let's just say Aang is a very emotional, spiritual person because he's a monk.
He's a monk, correct.
So he's very, he's a very emotional kid. He wasn't ready mentally to be the Avatar.
Yeah, and I think
him being taken away from his caretaker was the real reason he ran in the show. So I want to move away from the movie now.
What do you mean taken away from his caretaker?
So they were going to move him to start focusing more on his Avatar training.
Oh,
and
yeah.
His caretaker that he was very fond of, we'll just call him his dad, because essentially it's what it was.
You talk about Monkeyatu? Monkeyatu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gyatso. It was the one who was always looking after Aang and stuff like that. He caught wind and heard, hey, we're going to be taking him away to another temple or whatever to start focusing on his Avatar training.
Well, I think he was moving on to the next element.
Right, and then...
Because they told him too early. He wasn't supposed to find out he was going to be the Avatar until he was 16.
Oh, wow. So he caught wind of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
he found out early. Too early.
Okay. So then he heard that, and then he got emotional and ran away. He didn't hear Monkeyatu argue it and then convince them
to allow him to be a kid.
To allow him to be a kid for a little bit, or to allow him to still watch him. They're like, all right, he already dipped by then. So it was all for naught almost. So like... so that's Aang. He's very emotional. He's very spiritual. Mm-hmm. We got Katara, who's a waterbender, very young waterbender. Didn't have, since she's the last waterbender of the southern. Yeah. Right.
Southern, that's left because all of them went to war,
or were taken from their. True. Am I correct in saying she was a southern water?
Yeah, southern water. Thank
you. So she's a southern waterbender. Very basic, basically just knows how to run, or just knows how to walk, not run. Mm-hmm. With water bending, she knows how to just move water, not necessarily bend it to fight. Right. As we see with in the beginning, or her dropping water and trying to throw it. Yeah. And then we have her brother Sokka, who. You want to cover Sokka a little bit?
So he's a very comedic character. Yeah. Funny guy. He's very prideful and looks up to his father a lot. Mm-hmm. So him being a warrior and the only man and the oldest man is still left in his tribe because everyone else went to war, or like you said, captured.
Was he the oldest male?
Yeah, there's not another man.
Yeah, right. I never noticed that. It was all women.
There's children, males.
Yeah.
And he's trying to lead them. And then one kid always had to take a potty break. He's like, no potty break. Yeah.
I forgot about that. And then you had Sokka just with his weird faces, or you know what I mean? Like always just trying to, be a dad. Okay.
So he was trying to be a leader in place of his dad leaving, to war. And so he had a chip on his shoulder for sure. And he just wasn't prepared. We see when Zuko, who's another character, he's the Fire Prince.
Yes.
And he...
Played by the great Rufio.
Yeah, Dante.
Yes.
Basco,
Dante Basco. Huge fan of yours, man.
Absolutely.
I hope you come to C2E2 one year. I am just going to empty my bank account to get his autograph, picture, whatever he's charging.
Yeah. Producer is waving her head no.
Producer is going to have to go somewhere else because I'm
Did you know who plays Katara? Who voiced Katara, I mean?
Who voiced her? No, I don't.
It is the girl from Scott Pilgrim. She is the lesbian. I'm in Lesbians with her.
Oh, no way. Yeah. In the show?
From the movie Duff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's her?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I didn't realize that till just now. Well, not now, but when we started preparing for this episode.
Okay.
I was like, oh, Snakey.
So we're also going to be covering Legend of Zorro after this. We're going to move... Korra, sorry. Zora. Zorro, hello.
Well, the movie is called Legend of Zorro.
Having mini strokes today. What is in
your Coke?
I don't know.
I think you need something.
Something's going on today where I'm off. My Shi and my chakras are misaligned today. So Legend of Korra, we're going to be covering that. And I thought it was cool how Dante came back and voiced his grandson.
Oh, yeah.
His own grandson. Yeah. And they still had Katara on that, but I don't want to get too much into that.
Yeah.
Let's stick with Avatar, Last Airbender.
So prideful. He's into his trying to lead the pack, but he cares very much a lot of his sister. And even though he's, she's the the Bender, he still sees it's his duty to protect the
tribe.
Ahsoka
still? Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then going on to Zuko, who is the Fire Prince. He basically spoke in the war room when he shouldn't have, and his father challenged him to an Agni Kai. And that's where his scar comes from on his face, and he gets banished and sent basically on a wild goose chase looking for the Avatar.
Us being fathers, dude, that was poor parenting in my opinion. Like, dude, I get you're a king and you're trying to lead a nation. That's not how you take care of your son, dude.
You've seen the entire series, right?
I've seen all books, yes.
And in my opinion, I think the death of Iroh's son I think there's more to play that hasn't been explained, and this is kind of how I took it. At that point,
okay.
Yeah, I think Fire Lord Ozai did that on purpose. He found a way to plan that because Iroh's the older brother. He should have been king.
Correct.
And Ozai stepped in because there was no next of kin for Iroh after the son passed away.
Yeah, he kind of used that.
Yes.
He was like, hey, there's no lineage after him. He's out there. I'm here. Which was some shady shit, bro. And then he killed his dad. We all know that. Like, he just happened to die. Bruh. Like, come on. He happened to die after that conversation. And he got pissed at his son. He's like, you trying to take the throne from me? And like, like out of order. This, that. And then you die?
Yeah. Sus as fuck, bro. Very sus. So I think I've always had it... Yeah, throw that up right now. No, I definitely think that theory. I've never really shared that with anybody except outside of my sibling. They're the only one that loves this show as much as I do. He knows. Bobby knows the entire intro by heart.
Oh,
that Korra's over
water. Yeah.
The entire thing. The entire thing by heart.
The musician in him, he really lacks onto like intros and things. He can get that stuff. Bobby can get that stuff.
Dude, I don't know how Bobby did it, but one day we were in my room at our parents' house back in the day and we're just chilling, and then out of nowhere Bobby just starts reciting the whole thing. And I'm like,
with it not being on?
Yeah. We were just chilling in my room.
You're like, oh, is the show on? You're walking in?
No, we were just sitting in my room at my desk, my computer desk. And then all of a sudden, I had a notebook. I was like, and I just smacked him. He's like, what was that about? I'm like, why do you know that by heart, bro?
You're like, that's the end of the intro. This is the show now. All right, So we got Zuko, and then we also have...
Who also has a dual personality. Not personality, but a dual... character that he plays is the Blue Spirit, who helps release.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, that was pretty cool.
So my wife, who is a huge fan of this show, she has some theories about that we'll get into later.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So what's the next character we got?
My favorite character, General Iroh.
Okay.
He's a goofball, but I think his humor is a way... it's his way of not
softening up Zuko.
That too. He sees his son in Zuko a lot from losing his son.
Okay.
He probably made some harsh decisions similar to how his brother and father have towards his son, and he regrets. Once his son passed, he can't really fix any of things. He doesn't really elaborate on that, but I think just for me, being able to relate to that of making mistakes in my life and hiding them with humor, I think that's where...
Is that why you relate to him? He's your favorite character?
I think he hides his pain through humor, similar to how I have most of my life. Yeah. And I think, him looking at Iroh, or looking at Zuko and seeing that this isn't your destiny, and then him being part of the White Lotus, being part of a bigger picture, really sticking tradition. I love that reveal,
dude. That reveal was dope.
Yeah, and then in book 3, just bulk.
We're gonna get there, dude. Let's talk about that, but let's save that. So then we also have Azula, who is the sister, who's the princess.
Princess. We don't see her till book 2.
Correct, but I still want to just cover characters. So we got Azula, who's, in my opinion, a sociopath.
She's fucking crazy.
So,
and her flame is so hot. That's why it's blue.
Yeah, you explained that to me. And then she's the first one that we see lightning bend in the series.
Oh, yes, correct.
So
correct.
she can access that fire so much that she can,
yes.
Well, not to, for
lightning.
lack of a better word, access the lightning and heat. She can, I guess, pull the elements to where she can focus her chi, like focus it so much to where she messes with the pressure and stuff in the air to create lightning.
Yeah. Well, you see how when she pulls it, and then she, the way the movements work. So all of the different bendings, which I'll look up in a second, but all of the different bendings reflect a different style of karate,
of martial arts.
Martial arts, correct?
Yes.
And the way she pulls everything, it's very similar to, and I think that's where Iroh teaches Zuko how to redirect lightning.
Yeah, the water bending technique.
The water bending technique, correct. But that whole technique is when she finally generates it, her fingers come back here to generate, and then she shoots it.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, so
so she's kind of like connecting, and then
she's creating like this, like almost like kinetic energy. She's like collecting it all.
Yeah,
and then she focuses it there, and then blasts it off.
Oh, I never noticed that. So that makes sense to why Iroh was like, you got to channel it and then release it here.
Yeah.
So because when you're shooting it, you're creating it and you got to let it out.
Yeah.
Create an outlet for it. Is like how electricity works. All right. So who else?
We only see him in the beginning and eventually he disappears. Commander Zhao. He's kind of a hothead. So. Yeah. A dick, total dick. And he doesn't really care about anything other than his own glory.
Conquering.
Yeah, and we see him fail at the finale of book 1 going against the Northern Water Tribe, and mainly because
his goal was to kill the Moon Spirit,
to stop the Waterbenders from having their power. Then
similar to how to stop Firebenders is to cover the sun. So.
But that's a natural occurrence. Versus he was fucking with like
spirits,
the spiritual world of it. You know what I mean? And I think that's the edge that the Legend of Korra has that this series doesn't talk about. There's a spiritual version of it, like a spiritual realm that they enter outside of like how Aang talks to all the other past avatars. In the other books in Korra, they go deep into it. The entire last book is about the spiritual world.
The second book, sir.
Second book, yeah.
Yeah, second book is Spirits. It's literally called, the book is called Spirits.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so, okay. All right, so yeah. Another character, my favorite character, Toph.
I love her.
Toph is a
badass.
Badass, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then she's blind, so I get Daredevil vibes. Like,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, dude. Anybody blind, I relate to. I just bring it back to Daredevil. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought you relate to people that are blind. I'm like, why?
No. Any blind person. I'm just like,
like, are you
Daredevil.
blind?
Yeah.
Have you not been able to see me this
Matt
whole
Murdock?
time?
Like, the other thing I loved about her being blind is that it's a disability. It is, but she doesn't use it like that.
Not at all.
She uses it as actually like an advantage.
I guess very Matt Murdock-esque because his other senses are so heightened.
That's why I said that. She found a way to use her other senses through her feel to see. She feels vibrations.
Because you would never know Matt Murdock was blind when he's in the Daredevil persona.
Yeah.
Because he moves so vigilant, so just freely, as if he wasn't blind,
Yeah.
And versus Toph, same way. She feels everything on the floor. That's why she hates sand, though.
Yeah, which was crazy because it makes sense. There's too many gaps in sand for you to be like. We don't see it, but for her, she sees the gaps in sand she can't see. Which you were talking about emotional moments, dude, where you said that you got emotional when the episode of Iroh and his son.
Oh yeah, I think,
dude, I got emotional when
it was episode. So the Tales of Ba Sing Se.
Okay, yeah.
Well, producer sent it to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She helped me out.
Yeah. All right. So
Leaves from the Vine.
Yeah. So that one, I was getting emotional when she was trying to hold up the library and Appa was leaving.
Oh yeah, me too.
Dude, I'm like, My daughter was literally crying while the entire episodes that who another character is Appa.
Yeah.
Probably the most lovable character in the show.
Yep.
Not
the most important, but
the most important. We all know Momo. Right here, this little man. But when he was when she was like, "I'm sorry, Appa, dude," my daughter was crying the entire episodes that Appa was missing. Literally kept me up at night because I'm like, "Yo, when are they gonna find Appa? I need to stay up to watch this." Yeah, dude. I was watching it, at bedtime, and I was just like, "All right, we're."
I love Appa. Appa's cute as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
I would love a real Appa.
So you should have came to C2E2 when I was telling you, because they had
you told me
an actual size Appa, and my daughter, I feel I still till this day it breaks my heart because I didn't have enough money to
pay for the ride.
It's not a ride, but for her to go up Appa and take a picture on him.
Oh,
but I didn't realize that you could take a picture with him for free. Just she has to be in front. She couldn't, but she wanted to go up it.
Top.
So I was like, we could do that. She goes, no, I want to go on top. So it breaks my heart. But that's why I keep telling my wife, I hope they bring that back.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen them bring back another thing that is like special that year again. So
but with the live action Netflix series coming out,
we'll see.
Hopefully, there's some hope.
Hopefully it comes back. But Top's my favorite just because she also uses her blindness as like a joke.
She's cracking jokes all the time. And she picks on those that are not blind. She's like, "How did you not see that? I'm blind. I'm the blind one." Like always fucking with them, dude.
Dude, that's
always
what I'm saying.
Fucking with
when
them.
You have a disability and you don't shy away from it, that's what I respect.
Yeah.
When you don't play the victim, like,
that's also a defense mechanism. Like the character from Pitch Perfect, Fat Amy. She calls herself Fat Amy, so twig bitches can't call her Fat Amy. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, it runs in the family because that's verbatim the line from Pitch Perfect.
It is.
So, Bobby, you can't give Bobby shit anymore for knowing stuff by heart because you do that too.
Well, they're movie lines.
You don't realize it.
Intros.
You know one-liners. He knows paragraphs. So that's the only separation with that.
It is a line like almost verbatim
with that sibling thing, but that was verbatim, bro. So all right. So
okay, fair. That's where we probably share that.
My favorite jokes though were where he's like, "Look at this." And he's holding up paper. She goes, "Well, it sounds like paper." So I'm assuming that's what it is. He's like, "Oh, sorry." Dude, oh man, I'm telling you. And then I'm going to say this and I don't care who comes after me. She is the greatest earthbender of that generation.
Yes.
She fucking comes up with metal bending.
Yeah. Dude. And she feels like she hits the metal cage that she's in, and she starts feeling the minerals in the cage.
So that I loved that scene because as she's doing that.
All right, so we're in book 2 now, by the way.
Yeah, book 2.
Just a quick recap of 1. So Korra finds Aang, 112 years old. He's been frozen for 100 years.
Yeah.
There's a war that was started by Fire Lord Sozin, who turns out to be friends of Roku. They grew up together.
Besties.
Besties.
Like straight up best friends. Yeah.
And then General Zhao, or Commander Zhao, attacks the Northern Water Tribe. Before that happens, we see Korra finally get accepted as a waterbender by her new master, who would have been her grandpa. And all because of that, he allowed her to just train.
Yeah.
And then whatever. So
this whole season, he's trying to find a waterbender master to learn waterbending. But throughout the series, certain episodes, he kind of touches on earthbending and firebending throughout it, which is something the movie didn't have.
Yes.
So, which is cool. I like that. But Prince Zuko, throughout the entire first season, was annoying as fuck to me. Like, shout out to you, Dante Vasco, because you played that character amazing, dude. Because if your goal was to make him annoying, you succeeded, sir.
Agreed.
He
was so like one-dimensional, like just I'm gonna catch. I want my honor restored.
He was so pouty, dude. Like,
big ass whiny baby,
dude. Like, we get it. You're banished.
Yeah.
Stop crying about it and do something.
Aang made a joke about it when he's like, the Avatar, you're just a kid. He's like, you're only a teenager. Like, you remember when he first gets captured and he willingly goes with
like,
him?
you got like 3 years.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
relax
chill
about it.
Yeah, relax, bro.
You just started growing our hair yourself. Relax. Like,
I shaved mine on purpose.
Dude, I didn't even realize that until like book 3 when he has hair. I'm like, my man can grow hair. I was like, I thought he was just bald. No. And then she's like, no, he's a monk.
Yeah.
He's actively shaves his head. I'm like, fair enough. But yeah, but I mean, that's why I don't know if, I feel like I'm smart enough or just observant enough to distinguish actors from their characters.
Yeah. These
people that attack actors because they don't like their characters, I feel like you're not too bright. Because, like, you can't separate. That's not real. Waterbending's not real, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Airbending and waterbending is real. When you cry, you're waterbending. When you fart, you're airbending. You're pushing air, dude. You're moving air. You sneeze, that's airbending. You're pushing air at like 90 miles an hour. Did you know that that's how fast a sneeze is? I'm serious.
I'm done, guys.
All right, that's our episode, guys. I want to thank you guys.
What is your favorite character, producer?
Yeah.
My favorite character?
Yeah.
Toph.
You too? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh.
We all like the same character.
I think for me, because you're kind of a tough badass, I think that's why Toph kind of fits your personality. I was surprised you like Toph. I don't know what.
Who did you think my favorite character would have been? Aang?
Sokka. Yeah.
Sokka's my guy.
I think Sokka might be like your spirit animal or whatever.
Yeah. What? So actually, let's move into the producer had want us to talk about who do we think each person is in real life. Like if who of the main characters would you correlate to like a person in your real life? You're gonna think this is funny as fuck of who I think she is.
Who you are?
Yeah. What I'm talking about is not who's your favorite character, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying who in this book, like you said, you think Sokka would be my guy because you probably think I am like Sokka.
Yeah.
I have dumb jokes that I say purposely. My guy Sokka thinks that they're actually funny. I know shit's not funny, but I say it because it's dumb.
Okay. Fair.
I say it on purpose, and I laugh because I know it's dumb. But
okay, so so Sophie, my oldest, she loves the show. All right. We actively call her mom, and she's watching this. We call her Azula.
All right, we're gonna move fast away from that. So let's go to somebody else, please. I don't want to start getting dislikes on my videos. But all right, go ahead. Next person.
And then
before you keep going, I'm gonna say one character. I think my son is Aang.
Okay.
The dude is hyper as shit like him.
Okay, fair.
He's an emotional kid.
Fair.
He gets that from me. I don't know. My guy kind of looks like him. My boy, he's got his haircut, dude. When he grew his hair, if I drew an arrow right here on my son.
Oh, you're right. Right now, I just seen him.
He's gonna go. He's gonna go to C2E2 as Aang with his hair with the arrow.
Aang, bro.
Aang.
He would be screaming at you right now.
Yeah, he would. Aang. I really regret seeing
the
movie
Nerf
first.
Guns.
Yeah.
Bam.
For real. Just waterbend and throw water at me. But yeah, so I think that he's Aang. So who's another person that you think is like a character in this episode or in the show? Excuse me.
I don't think
there's no one else in the show that you would think in real life is kind of like this person. No, nothing. Can I tell you who I think Christina is?
Sure.
May. Zuko's girl. That laugh means he agrees with me. That laugh means he agrees with me.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
At times, yes. At times,
no,
yes.
At times. That's my wife, bro. I married May on some real shit.
That's hilarious.
I married May.
That's fair.
So like we were watching this, and I'm like, I don't know if this is mean, babe, but you're kind of May. And then she's like, why? And then I swear to God, it's as if I saw this show already because I timed it perfectly. A line like a few seconds later said something that was literally like her. And I was like, and then she's like, huh, and then we just both started crying, laughing together. And then like the more you saw May, the more she's like, shit, you're right. Yeah. Like I get it. So I was like,
at least you owned it.
That's yeah, dude. Yeah. Like that's the thing about her, dude. She'll own it. She's like, you know what? Okay, you're right. I see it.
What character do you think I'm more like?
Aang. Actually, I would agree. No. Iroh. I honestly would think that you're Iroh. Okay. You got the I nicknamed you nerd with the knowledge for a reason. You got the wisdom, but yet you crack those jokes because, like you said, as you realize they're a defense mechanism. But I mean, honestly, I see it. I didn't really before I knew any like more in depth about you. I just saw it as you kind of like to lighten the mood from now and then.
Yeah,
you like because you got like that wisdom and stuff. So like you're very keen on like breaking stuff down. You're very real and black and white about stuff a lot. Mm-hmm. So like I think you like to break that tension with a little joke here and there.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just like I think Iroh from the show, not the movie.
Yes, thank you. Thank you
from the show for sure. yeah. Because so for those reasons, I think that I'm definitely 100% Sokka.
Yeah, we all
1,000%.
Nobody's arguing.
I will own that 100%.
Spiky Boo Man.
Yeah, yeah, dude. My favorite is Fufu Cuddly Pups.
Yeah,
and this is Fufu Cuddly Pups. Fufu Cuddly Pups is Aang.
That's her hair loopy thing. Bro.
I pretty much draw like the man too. So that's another. my handwriting, as you know, is atrocious.
It is, yes.
So yeah, but yeah, okay, I see that. So book 2, Earth. He's learning the Earth.
He was originally supposed to learn from King Boomy.
He wanted to learn from King Boomy because did he know King Boomy or he knew him, right?
Yeah, that's his best friend when he was a kid.
Correct.
Which makes Boomy 100 and whatever years old. He's old as shit and still a badass as a bender. First off,
little unhinged, but yeah.
A little? No, he's unhinged, bro. He is.
When he was earthbending with his face, he's
dude. He's a badass though.
Yeah, he's like
he moved his entire freaking kingdom that's on the rock. Like he was.
Yeah, didn't he move? He moved like all the Fire Nation stuff off of it.
Yeah,
didn't he? Yeah, he's smart, dude. Like he revealed to Aang that he wanted to be a prisoner.
Yeah,
he's like, look, he goes, there's a lot of things, and that's what led him to go to the Buddhist, right? Is it a Buddhist that teaches them about the chakras?
Oh yeah.
That led him to, right?
He's a monk. What's his name?
I thought he was.
Guru. He's a guru.
He was a guru.
A guru.
Thank you. I know it wasn't a monk, but he was a guru. That led him to it because he goes, you need to learn that there's certain times to do things.
Yes.
So he's like, right now I'm supposed to be here. Yeah. At the right time, he goes, that's when I know I need to make a move.
And I love that. So we're in 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Earth, right.
Book Earth.
I mean, before I get into this, I kind of want to jump into 3 real quick. But do you have anything on 2? Like we get to meet Azula. We see.
I do want to say something about book 2. Book 2, is a kind of. I don't know if it's the first time because we do we see any lightning bending in book 1?
No.
Okay. So then it is. I believe it is because at this point I don't think we saw lightning bending. I may be wrong on that. In book 2, because we are introduced to what's the prince Azula at this point, and I think Princess we see Azula, her. Yeah, Princess Azula. I think we see her
bending early,
right?
Yeah, in on her boat.
Yeah,
with those two.
So we do. But I think this is the first time that we see like other types of bending in a certain element. Like we're introduced to lightning in it as far as being another aspect of fire bending.
Right.
And we meet the swamp people, and then we see that guy learning to bend things that have water in them.
Yes.
With the seaweed? Yes.
Yeah.
Seaweed. So seaweed, he bends that and creates this like monster. Right? That seaweed creature to like help fight. Right?
Yeah. then we see Toph, Metal Bend.
So like it gets introduced that Book 2 Earth is like I feel like the stepping stones into the evolution of bending.
Correct.
So
and then we also see
Aang maturing more.
Bloodbending.
Bloodbending, yeah, dude, that's wild.
That was a wild episode.
Well,
actually, no, that was in 3. Damn, I'm sorry. That was in 3. Bloodbending was in 3.
You're anxious to get to 3. Let's speed through Book 2. Yeah, Zuko,
the Blue Spirit.
The Blue Spirit. So in Book 2, we kind of see that Zuko's lineage had a firebender, or had an avatar in it.
Yes.
Right?
Because his grandpa is Avatar Roku.
Thank you.
Yes. Because his mother is the daughter of Avatar Roku.
Correct. So we see that, and then do you remember that fever dream he had where he wakes up and he sees himself as Aang?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what that was about. It's like your lineage has an avatar in it, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
So stop being a whiny bitch about avatars and respect. You know what I mean? Like,
and Iroh knew this. Iroh knew this, and that's why he had faith in him, because of as crazy as Ozai is, he knew he had his mother in.
He knew he had good in him. I think is what it was,
which was his mother.
So the producer kind of saw that as that's the Blue Spirit. Is the avatar in him, is the avatar lineage in him. Because if you notice, the Blue Spirit is when he does good things.
Yeah.
He does it for selfish reasons, but he does good acts.
Yeah. For me, I saw it was his mother's side.
Right.
I saw
it. Is. Well, it literally is his mother's lineage.
The lineage, yeah.
So, which makes sense because his mother was the softer person.
Yeah.
You know, his dad was just a madman. But
a lunatic.
Yeah, so the Blue Spirit made sense, dude, because it's like that's kind of your avatar side. When she told me that, I'm like, yo, that makes a lot of sense. I saw it as him just trying to hide his identity because they didn't want. Oh, it's the prince doing.
Oh, you saw it at face value.
Face value, yeah.
For what it was,
he's like, oh, he's just trying to hide himself from because they don't want. He doesn't want anybody knowing that the prince of Fire Nation is doing good things.
Yeah, I saw it as him. You know, the lineage, but I didn't see it. I didn't verbalize it that way. For me, I saw him embracing the good in him, his mom's side in him, and his conflict of, even though he really wanted to be at his father's side, realizing that he was meant to do something bigger than that.
Yeah.
That was one good thing that came out. One of the better things that came out of Book 2.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, for sure.
That was cool. And then you touched on it already, but in Book 2 is when Zuko learns that waterbending technique to redirect lightning.
Yeah, and that his
which
uncle
was
learned.
Really emotional when he first learned, when he was learning the technique from him. That episode ended very emotional, where he goes to the mountain in a rainstorm, and he's yelling at the elements, dude. Like, let's go, you know, like, you've put me through enough, let's go, and then nothing happens, and he just breaks down.
Yeah,
that was a very I felt like a primal scream that he needed.
Yeah.
To just stop being so whiny, dude. But turns out that's just the guy's personality. Until let's just dive into Book 3. All right.
Before we got in there, we got something big. We got some hot sauce.
Oh, you want to do the hot sauces?
Do some hot sauce.
All right.
Channel my inner Stacey King. Give me the hot sauce.
So we're getting into Book of Fire. Let's put some fire in our mouth. How about that? So this is we talked about this on our last episode. This is our very, very good friend of ours, small business, that he's getting off the ground. So we want to help promote that here.
Correct.
Because, like I said, he's a very good friend of ours. Shout out to you, Ken. This is Southeast Sauces. We have his Instagram up on our description.
Yes.
Please search him. If I can put a link, I'll try to do that.
Yes.
But you can go to our Instagram to find his link. We'll share. We share a lot of his sauces and stuff like that, and different different reels he puts. We tag him in that. So please check him out. He ships it directly to you with a personalized note, and he has amazing flavors.
Yes.
His sauce is homemade.
Yep.
I don't know if they're organic or not. That is
but I think they're grown. He grows his own food.
Does he really? Yeah. Very nice. So very organic. Yeah.
As organic as you can be.
Yeah, natural. We'll just say natural. No processed. These have a shelf life of
2 weeks after opening.
2 weeks after opening, and I believe a year.
Yeah.
Unopened. Yeah. I believe is what he said. Can comment if that is incorrect. So, but I think I'm right on that. It might. Yeah. 1 year shelf life. 2 weeks opened.
Yeah.
Refrigerate after opening.
Yes. Correct.
So today we're got the.
So he sent us a lot of flavors.
Yeah.
So let's go over some of the flavors.
Yeah.
He gave us the habanero hot sauce, we're going to try today.
Okay.
We're also going to try the Scotch starfish salsa, and then he also sent me this one that we'll be trying next episode, chocolate scorpion salsa, which is like a sweet and spicy. I'm excited for that.
I wanted that one. Can't wait for that one.
And then just a normal household salsa verde, and then
salsa verde here.
And then for the weak sauce people,
medium.
Hey,
is that a medium salsa? Listen, not everybody needs their tongue on fire to enjoy good spice.
Speaking of tongue on fire.
Bing,
bad boy,
hot sauce.
Oh my god, it is pretty spicy. I did get a chance to try this one already.
He told me you're gonna need some. He needs some milk. So yeah, with caution, guy. If you like spice, this guy's got you covered. He knows his flavor profile.
Anaheim, damn fine Anaheim hot sauce. That's what it's called.
Damn fine Anaheim.
Yeah, he has some funny names, some cool names. You know.
I know he puts some thought into his names, and I like it. So. I wanted to try this hot habanero salsa because a little bit about us is we were on a basketball team and we made ourselves the habaneros.
Yep.
And he played a few games with us.
Yeah.
He joined the team for a few games.
Yep.
Scheduling prevented him from being on the team, permanent member, but he played a solid few games with us. So
mainly because he's old.
Oh, stop it. No, but in honor of that, I mean, he could ball.
Yeah.
He has some skills. He actually
he's from the ETL. Me. He can fucking throw elbows.
He can
ball.
He in high school
get rebounds.
He had what MVP in high school and stuff like that.
I'm not sure.
I think I remember you telling me that.
I don't remember telling you that. But
whatever. You give them guy could ball. Period.
But he could. Yes. So correct.
So yeah, in honor of that, Ken, we're gonna try your habanero one first today, and then as you said, we're gonna try the Scotch starfish salsa. Which let's just dive right into this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So we're gonna try these. Now, he's very adamant in saying that these are not dips.
Correct.
They're not your salsas like Tostitos.
Right.
Where you just eat it with chips.
Which is what he eats all the time.
Whatever. I actually had to stop because your boy's getting old and was
heartburn
like a mamma jamma.
And plug the Zantac.
Yeah. Our sponsor today is Mucinex. No, not Mucinex. What's
Mucinex?
No, antacid. What's the antacid ones? The Tums.
Oh yeah,
there you
Tums,
go.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by Tums. No, so let's dive right into this.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna do the starfish.
We're gonna try the same ones at the same time.
Okay, let's do it.
So yeah, cheers, Ken.
The flavor's great. I like it.
You can taste every ingredient in this guy's stuff. It's got a nice kick to it, but it's not burning.
Yeah, the heat hits at the end for sure. I did try this on a taco.
Woo!
And there's the kick. I told him.
Yeah.
Damn it! I finished my drink.
You get more?
Negative, but it's cool. Nah, it's fine.
We got some Coke.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, I think it's a great flavor. Like I said, the heat hits at the end. Typically, that's how I like my salsa.
It's a build.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the good kind of hot sauce.
Yeah,
because we watch Hot Ones.
Yeah,
love that show. Check it out if you guys haven't. It's funny to see people's reactions, but shout out to the host, man, because it's a great interview.
Yeah,
they do their research, man.
He don't fucking like blink when he's eating these things with them.
No, he reacts sometimes, dude.
I haven't seen him
I noticed he reacts when they change it up. So they'll do some episodes where it's the same sauces a lot, but when they change it up, he's like, like he feels it. He's just gotten good to fighting through it because he has to ask questions.
Nah, I'm sorry,
but he feels it. That one's really good. That one I feel like it would go good with the red meat.
Oh yeah.
It's like I said, you could taste all the flavoring first, and then the heat hits later. And I feel like that's the mark of a good hot sauce.
Absolutely.
Or not hot sauce, salsa. Because you want to taste stuff first. You don't want to just heat immediately.
Yeah.
So that's good. Let's try this
Habanero.
Dive in. That one I've already had with a taco. Shit's spicy. She's spicy.
It smells spicy. Oh, nice. They got heat right up front. Woo! My God.
We're not doing ASMR crap here. So if you want that, go to another show. Damn!
That's pretty good, though. Great flavor, but Jesus Christ. What a kick. Ugh. I'm glad we didn't have, we didn't shoot this and then lose footage and have to reshoot this fucking tasting again.
Yeah, we don't want to redo. I'll do mad editing and I'll just be like back here behind the sauce. Oh, it's so good. No. But dude, Ken, you killed it, man.
Habanero one, hell yeah.
You killed it, man.
Fire,
these flavors on this, phenomenal.
That is fire.
And guys, we're not gonna promote it because he's our friend. This is genuinely good stuff.
Yes.
I would have told them like, bro, step your game up, and then we'll promote you. If it was not up to par, I'd be like, you need to come with something.
You want to try
better.
this Anaheim hot?
Fuck no.
Come on, bro.
Nah.
Do it.
I can do two at a time. No.
Do it. No. You can take two at a time? Damn. That's talented.
Yeah. I mean, what's that famous line Kanye said? I love your boobs because it proves I can focus on two things at once.
I wasn't talking about boobs.
I know you weren't because you're disgusting. But
okay. Anaheim hot?
I'm good, bro.
No, the habanero's hotter.
Is it really?
Yeah. This has flavor, though.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I generally don't like the flavor of hot sauces. That's why I honestly it's not for heat. I don't like that. I get like a penny taste. I don't know about you.
Ew.
That's what I'm saying. That's how hot sauce reacts to my tongue. I don't like it. I get like an aluminum-y kind of taste.
I feel you on aluminum. Heard.
That may have been the word I was looking for, and I said penny.
Not penny. Penny is copper.
Aluminum-y.
And copper tastes like one thing, and I don't want to say that.
Oh! I know what you're talking about.
You guys know what we're talking about?
The adults in the room know.
Let's not talk about this.
The adults watching know.
Let's move on. Next subject, book 3. Woo.
Book 3 is Fire Like Our Mouths.
Yep, and our buttholes later. Bro, it's hot. You're going to have to take a shit.
I know. See, that's the thing with you spicy people. Why do you like for two things to burn? I don't. Like, I get one, but man, there's an exit, all right, in your body.
Yeah, burn's going in and burn's going out.
Yeah, and I don't care what anybody says. Nope. That has feeling down there. So, Book Fire, great final season. Here's my question to you: do you feel like this series was only set up to ever be 3 seasons?
No.
You know
the way it ended with Zuko asking, "Where's my mom?" Like, I thought there was gonna be more, and it just never happened.
The reason I ask is because it's only so they set up the show saying Aang has to learn each element. So book 1, water. There's only 4 elements. Mm-hmm. He already knew air, so that's why we only have 3 seasons.
Correct.
That's why I kind of felt like, it's only ever set up to be 3 seasons. But I felt like they could have, I don't know, named them other books, like different, like book spirits, and then book, like they could have kept going with it.
Agreed.
I think they wanted to move away because this show, I believe, was 2010 when it came out.
Let's find out.
Can you find that out? I know on Netflix it says it.
So 2005.
2007 was Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Or was season 3 2007?
2008.
Okay.
Well, I think the last episode aired in 2008.
But it started in 2007, so
2005 is when the first book.
No, I'm saying the book 3 is 2000. It started in 2007, and then right.
Yes.
That was the last time it was on air. Okay, and then when was Legend of Korra? 2014, I believe, if I saw that correctly. So that's why I'm like, 2014.
Okay.
It may have started. That may have been the last time it was on air. I don't know how Netflix does their years of when it is, but anyway. So that's why I was wondering if, like, hey, was this only ever meant to be 3 seasons, or
I don't know.
Or did they see the success of Avatar?
Well, Legend of Korra aired in 2012, and then 2014 was the end of it.
So Netflix does the last time they were on air. I'm guessing is when the series ended.
Yeah.
All right, so my mouth is still on fire. I don't know how they do it on hot ones.
I'm doing great.
I know you are because you like spice. Anyway, so this is a great book, dude. We got to really unlock Fire Nation. Really see what it means to be a firebender. Yep. It's not just all heat and angry and emotion, like hot-headedness. And when Aang has a block on it at first because he starts to bend fire, doesn't have control of it, and burns Katara, yeah. And he's in love with her. If I burn my wife, I'm gonna feel really bad about fire. You know what I mean? So it's just like I get that block. And he's an emotional guy. So
from when he was trying to learn from John, right?
I don't know who it was, but he just shuts it down. He's like, I'm done. No more fire bending. I'm locking it down. I don't need fire.
Yeah.
Then Zuko turns a corner.
Yeah.
And realizes maybe the way of conquering the earth world is not the right path.
Yeah.
Because he breaks away from his uncle.
Yes. He goes on his own path.
He goes on his own path. He's like, listen, you're holding back. I feel like I gotta go. I gotta figure this. And his uncle lets him go.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, you gotta figure this shit out on your own.
Yeah.
Bye. His uncle's still on his ass. He's still like,
I see you. Why does it feel like somebody's watching me?
So he's still monitoring him, but just from a distance.
Yep.
Yeah. Book 3, The Fire is probably my favorite book.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I loved book. I felt like each book got better.
Agreed.
But yeah, I would say in order it'd be in reverse: Book Fire, Book Earth, and then Book Water.
Wow.
But yeah, dude. But in book 2, Aang needed to toughen up. I do say that. That's kind of makes sense to his Earth. Yeah. Learning the earth bending. He needed to grow up. He needed to mature.
Well, that's what meeting Guru Pathik is all about. All of it is unlocking the chakras. And so there's 7 chakras, right? So the first one he unlocks is his root chakra, which in the show they call it his earth chakra. So you need to overcome your fears in that chakra. That's how you unlock it.
That what blocks that chakra is fear.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to be fearless, but you can't
let fear stop you.
Correct.
Yeah, you have to let it go.
Fear, you have to embrace it for the fear for what it is, but it cannot enable you, essentially.
I have this really good sound audio clip. It's in a song, and it's his artist. He's not a big time artist, but he's an artist I really like. He has this what sounds like a guru speaking. And he's talking about that. He's talking about like fear. He goes, fear is an illusion. He's like, fear itself isn't scary, but you're not living in the present. You're afraid of what could be, so it's not real.
Right.
You're afraid of what might happen, so it's not actually true. You're not actually scared of something. What you should be thinking about is present. And that's what I feel like that chakra is about.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you. I'll send you a link.
The next chakra is the... Sorry.
Well, you got it right there, don't you? Oh, you know?
Yeah, but it's called the sakra. So it's the water chakra.
Okay.
I was looking for the bigger picture of it.
You're talking about in real life, the chakras are a real thing. There's 7 stages of a chakra.
Yeah, 7, not stages, but 7 chakras. They're different.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Different chakras, yeah.
They flow as if... So your chakras are pools of... spiraling energy, and what you want it to do is flow fluently, kind of like a river.
Right.
And then when rivers have dams and they're blocked up, you can't flow evenly into the next chakra.
Yeah, because they're all connected.
Correct. You can't. Where people make mistakes and or they act out of like rage or whatever, it's typically because a certain chakra is blocked up. So it dictates your reaction based on how you're reacting to what's happening in life. So just a bullet point through them quickly.
Yeah.
There's the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and then the crown.
And in the show, it's animated to where it's in levels from your feet to your mind.
Correct.
So each level holds something in. Iroh kind of talked about it. He's like, when he's talking about redirecting lightning,
lightning, your root.
He's like, you gotta let it pass through your center mass, because that's the, where you hold. What chakra is that?
Your solar plex.
Yeah, but like as far as like, what's the name of the, what is it? What blocks it and stuff?
Shame.
Okay, so that's dead on for Zuko.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, Iroh he's wise, dude. He knows what he's talking about. He's like, so you got to let that pass through here and come out.
Yeah.
So it's all connected. Which makes sense how you're talking about redirecting lightning. You got to let it flow, because that's how electricity works. Yeah. So and
if you try to stop it, you're gonna get electrocuted. You know what I mean? You have to let it have its natural course through you. And I think that's how the chakras work, as if like almost a lightning bolt going through you. You're being rooted in your seventh chakra, which is earth, and it's blocked by fear. The sacral is water chakra, and that's through your blame, and you need to start to forgive yourself. People make mistakes. It is what it is. The solar plex, which is the fire chakra, like you said, we were talking about, it's blocked by shame. Mm-hmm. And then after shame, once you overcome your shame of mistakes that you've made, the next one is the heart chakra, which is love. And
if we're talking about chakras and stuff like that, I feel like that's the hardest chakra you had to do.
What?
The solar plexus one.
The shame. I feel
like that's because I felt like that's where a lot of your your defense mechanisms stem from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, you try to. I'm not gonna dive into why, but
no, it's fine.
That's your personal business. But I feel like that's the chakra that would have been blocked the most in your situation. We've got other stuff that's definitely for me.
I think for sure that's part of it. I think my biggest one is the throat chakra. It's the sound chakra.
It's blocked by lies, right?
Your heart, and lies.
Truth and lies, yeah.
That's where I think my chakra is definitely locked up.
Fair enough.
But I think both the fire and the sound, with lies and shame, they kind of go hand in hand. I think lies and shame, So I agree for sure.
Those two are the most connected, aren't they?
Well, no, the heart is in between the both of them. Okay. And which balance, it makes sense, because for me, like,
that's what connects both, right?
Yeah.
Lies to shame, and then truth to.
Yeah. For me, I think I've worked very hard over the last quite a few years to find a good balance between my heart and my mind. Mm-hmm. And that's hard to come through.
Dude,
anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone
dude,
to do.
I think everybody has to go through that stuff. Like, I saw a reel that you and Sandy shared about like focusing on yourself, and then then you get a relationship. And I sent the same message to both of you.
Yeah, I saw. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I truly believe this. A lot of people are like, oh, I was trying to focus on myself, and then I wound up in a relationship. So like it interrupted that. I don't believe that.
I don't think we seen it as an interruption.
No. I'm not saying you guys. I'm saying a lot of people. They're like, oh, dude, I was trying to focus on myself, and I'm in another relationship. I honestly believe you get into a relationship because focusing on yourself attracts the right person for you.
Yeah.
It attracts the person that you need in your life because you're focusing on what you need.
Yeah.
So then you start attracting that person. Someone sees, like, when I met my wife, she had her shit together, dude. She was the first girl that I really met that had her life together. Mm-hmm. She was going to school. She had a job that she had locked down for, like, how long were you at Hallmark? At that point, in 2011, how long have you been there? When we met, how long had you already been there? She's already there 5 years, and she damn near ran the place. She was the manager. So I'm like, huh. At that time, I don't know if I was focusing on myself, but I was really like doing my thing. I was going to school. I was working, kind of focusing on myself. I didn't see it that way, but maybe that's what I was doing. I guess it was because I was working on a career. I was. Yeah. I didn't see it back then, but yeah. And then I found her. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like you attract it. You subconsciously attract it, and I feel like that's what that maybe the love chakra is talking about.
Yeah,
we're getting super deep here, people.
Again,
this show is a kid show, but it touches on adult shit, man. Yeah, it does. It really does.
And if like, as a kid, my daughter when she first saw it when she was younger, and her watching it now as a 12-year-old, I think she respects the show more because she can relate to different characters now as an older child.
This is definitely a animated show. I'm not going to say cartoon. It's definitely an animated show that can stay with you through the years.
Yeah.
You can appreciate it as a kid because of the goofiness and stuff like that, but then you can start appreciate the characters themselves as an adult. Like that's why me getting close to 40, I'm watching this and I'm into it because it touches on adult stuff. Yeah. What else did you like about book 3? Because I know you have more.
We get to see the OG Firebender Masters. From them to learn
the sun. What did they call themselves? The Sun Firebenders or something like that, right? The Sun.
Yeah, they're like a tribe of some sort.
They call themselves the Sun something. Because at that point,
this is gonna kill me.
Zuko has a block where he's only letting out little tiny bits of flame.
Yes, because generally the Fire Nation use rage and very Vegeta-esque primal feelings to generate power.
Rage, anger, like hot-headed stuff. Yeah, but that's not what firebending is.
No,
about.
Because it's very much life. You know, it's like a heartbeat.
And that's what I loved about that part or that episode in particular is Aang realizes, oh, this isn't about anger and destruction. Correct. He goes, fire's life.
Right.
Which it is, dude. We would all be dead if it wasn't for fire.
Yeah.
Especially right now. It's like
okay.
People in Chicago know that true to the fact, man. Because without fire, we'd be dead in Chicago all winter. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. This stuff, it's very. This show is very focused on the spiritual and the like guru ways of living and. What I started seeing this show, my theory is I don't know if there's a specific time period. I feel like this Aang's story started out in just go with me, early 1800s, right? Then he goes into that 100-year hibernation, comes out early 20th century, so like 1900s. Because you see all back then there's no really technology.
Yeah.
When Aang's a kid. But they have advanced civilizations. They have, modes of transportations. Like they have that train but it's earthbending train, but it's a train. They have boats, steamboats, where they use fire and spill out ash everywhere.
Yeah,
it's very early 1900s. I feel. Then, Legend of Korra. I keep wanting to say Legend of Zorro. Every freaking time. Legend of Korra comes in. They have cars.
Yeah.
So then it's like 1920s, mid 1900s. Because also, what made me really be like, okay, now I know what time period they're in. He has projectors and he calls them. Does he say movies?
I don't remember.
Movers. He says it where it's not movies, but it's close. Movers or whatever.
Okay.
So he has the projector, which is how we started in film. You know what I mean? So I think like that's the timeline. Do you agree or disagree on that?
I agree with everything you said.
Okay.
The way I seen it, the world that we live in, we had a apocalyptic event, and this is the new.
It's a reset.
It's a reset. It's whatever radiation allowed them to manipulate the elements. And it's the beginning of mankind with...
Wow, I like that.
That's how I took it.
That's dope. That's... Because I get what you're saying because the world map doesn't look like our world map.
Yeah, it looks a lot smaller. And from what we know...
Which is
Pangea used to be one huge continent.
Yeah,
and then...
the meteor strike separated us.
Now we got the 7 continents. This is smaller. Another meteor or another world flood or something. You know what I mean?
It just looks like a lot like climate change happened.
Yeah.
More of the world is in. Well, oh shit! You might be onto something. That's pretty cool. That's
how I see it.
That's why this isn't a solo person podcast, because like that right there, you just saw two different viewpoints. I saw it as early age, and then
through the evolution
through technology, we started losing our elemental aspects because we're getting more technological.
See, that part I get. That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Like
with all these kids on TikTok and whatnot, they lose their competitive edge. Yeah. Okay. I could see that more.
You know what I mean? Like the airbenders are really the entire race of airbending is this one little family.
Yeah.
So that is dying out.
Scary. That was scary.
That's dying out. Extinction. Can you imagine what animals extinction?
What Aang felt?
Like the pressure on that dude
to lose to be the only one.
Imagine he was sterile.
Like to be a monk. Imagine if that was like part of the ritual, and now you're the last airbender and you can't reproduce.
I mean, at that case, I think the monks would be like, all right, we're gonna. There's an exception in this rule.
Well, right, but they didn't know they were going to get wiped out.
Thou shalt make babies, because we need.
Right, but they didn't know they were going to get wiped out when he became the Avatar.
True, that's what
so. In order for you to get your
tattoos,
you have to go through that kind of like the Red Room with
Natasha.
Yeah, you know what I mean. She had to be sterile, and like, what's the one thing that would stop you from making that decision as an Avatar? Same thing as an assassin.
Well, they said that. This is what confused me, because they said to Aang that you can't have a family. Avatar Roku got married as an avatar. What?
No, monks.
Monks can't have families. That's what it is.
Monks can't.
That just cleared up my whole plot hole.
Because there's other airbenders that are not monks.
At that back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back then, right?
Back when they were airbenders.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they can reproduce, and then if they had.
But why were they? They're like, oh, because you're the Avatar, you can't have a family.
Well, typically it's harder to, because your duty is to the world, and so you would have to choose the world over your family often.
And I also thought it was an Avatar thing, because to unlock the last chakra, he said you got to let go of earthly
tethers. Correct.
Tethers. So that's why that was an Avatar thing. But that was just to access the Avatar state. You got to let go of that stuff.
Correct. And what she ends up figuring out how to do.
He does. He kind of has to let Katara. He has to stop defending her so much and let her fight herself.
Correct.
And I think that's what that means. It doesn't mean you gotta sever relationships. You can't love anybody. He's similar like, you gotta stop going and defending one particular thing. You gotta defend the world. Which is why I was getting Blue Beetle vibes, dude, when he was unlocking that chakra and the big Aang holding the ball. I saw that scene that you were like, bruh, of the.
Oh yeah. I get what you're saying now.
I'm doing this, people. You can't see it in camera, but he's like.
No, I get what you're saying.
Blue Beetle fans know what I'm talking about. That was kind of a weird moment.
Yeah, it was.
That's the only issue of that movie. I was just like, soccer face.
Poor timing. But no, yeah, I agree. I think this is why I like this version of the Avatar too, because like we see Korra. We'll dig a little bit into Korra, but like she's a badass. She really is. But she's like hardcore, and we see Roku. Roku makes a decision and challenges Sozin, and he's like, "Look, I know I'm giving you a chance because you're my friend. Like, do not take this lightly." You know, and he scared the shit out of Ozai.
Ozai's like,
not Ozai, Sozin.
He's like,
and
right, I'll step
versus down. The entire book of Fire, Aang does not want to face.
He's scared. He's scared because an adult.
I don't think he's scared. I think he doesn't want to take his life because that's what he's been taught
that part, yeah. But he was scared of the Fire Lord. That was his first fear. What he saw in fear was the Fire Lord. He was scared of him. Yeah. He was a kid facing off against an adult. Yeah, and
the guy's pretty fucking scary.
He's scary in himself, but like as a kid, I could see why that would rule. I don't think Korra would have been afraid of Fire Lord. She'd be like, "Let's fucking go. I'm about to fuck you up."
But I think
she was scared of the Bloodbender because she knew what he could do.
Right.
That's what, because she knew he.
But I think that's why, that's the difference between them, because Aang made the right choice by spirit bending and taking his bending away, because that was more demoralizing to him than defeating him and killing him. Because they would have been off, and then the next asshole would have raised. You know what I mean?
I saw that more as because like Aang's a vegetarian, him and Appa are vegetarians.
Yeah.
So he values life, and that's that monk teaching to value life, to never take a life.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
He was battling that when facing off, because when he talked to all the other spirits, the other avatar spirits, he's like, that's why he didn't agree with what's the Earthbender avatar, the woman with the makeup
on Kyoshi Island.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she
Is
said
it Kyoshi?
Kyoshi, yeah, yeah.
You're like on Kyoshi Island?
Yeah, duh. Named after her, bro. My bad.
No, there's something on that where it's just like,
it's like when you're on the phone, you're like, "Where's my phone?" That's what literally just happened right now.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like the name of your, like, I don't know. There's something else where it's like you call it something and be like, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, but what he didn't agree with her because she's like, yeah, I did what I had to do to stop him.
Yeah,
like, yeah, I didn't save him. She technically didn't kill him.
And then she
dude was just stubborn to step off of a cliff that was falling, and she's like, I just didn't save him, which is, you're the avatars, you kind of killed him, but because you didn't save him. But she's like, she goes, I did what I had to do to stop him.
Yeah, and all of them kept saying like, you just got to do it, you got to
kill him.
Yeah, and I think Aang was the first full-blown avatar that was a child having to do this, because again, he learned
they're all adults. Yeah,
they're all adults. They already had mastered all the elements and had time to master it for years.
Do you feel as an adult he would have done that?
No.
You think his way,
because he's a child, he made that decision, and he because as a child your mind is so pure. Yeah. So like, kids will tell you when they don't like you or when they don't like somebody. Yeah. They're like, ew. You know, like they'll be quick. They'll be like, ew, why does he look like that? Dude, shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, no, didn't that's proof in, damn it. I keep wanting to go into Legend of Korra, but so I'll stop. But that's very prevalent in that one because of the kids.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. So go on.
So I wouldn't say primal or primitive thought process, but like he has a very pure thought process. One being
a monk, I think, is what,
and being a master of as an airbender that young. He's the youngest master to ever receive his tattoos until his granddaughter does in the future.
Is that true?
Correct.
Oh shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Because I thought.
But the reason he naturally progressed was because he was the avatar.
Oh, fair point.
Okay.
Fair point. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Because you're talking about young masters. I thought Toph was probably the youngest to master at that level.
Oh, probably.
And she's not even an avatar, dude.
No.
She's sick, dude.
Yes.
I'm telling you, his wife.
She's dope. She's dope as hell. I meant to go through the ceremony as a monk to get your tattoos.
Her, like, snooky bun, too. Her snooky
but
poof.
Who did she learn from? She learned from the Badger Moles,
who are the first Earthbenders.
Yeah, right. So she learned from the original masters. That's why her earthbending was so pure, pure on another level, because everyone else learned from other people, and it's their ideologies and versions of it. Where she learned it from the most purest version of it.
That's a great point.
Just how when they learn fire from the dragons, they learned it at the best because they learned it from the original masters.
Yeah, that's a fair point, because even Aang said, yeah, the original Earth or Airbenders were bisons, and that's why that's their animal. Ha! All right. I mean, any last points, dude? I don't know if I know you could keep. You can.
Yeah, we can talk for days. But honestly, I am super excited. Netflix hasn't really missed on rebooting things or making original series.
So that's why we're talking about this series, because we're prepping for the live action series. Did you get a chance to get an actual date on when that's releasing?
Oh, let's find out.
So we're trying to prep for that. We don't want you guys thinking we're just jumping on the bandwagon because the show came out.
Right.
We generally love this show. That's why we're doing the same thing with Stranger Things. We generally love these shows, and we just want to get ahead of the hype of when something releases, so that we can really dive into it. While he's looking that up, let us know what your favorite Avatar character is. Oh, shit. What?
February 22nd.
Let's go. We timed this perfect.
Right around the corner.
We timed this perfect, dude.
We'll talk about Korra before that. But yeah, absolutely.
I knew it. I knew I had to hurry up and run through these books. I knew it. Which I joked with you, but I'm beating you and catching up on shows because you're still You still need to catch up on Stranger Things.
I know.
I'm burning through these books, sir.
I have so many TVs at home, and then like the kiddos won't watch it. The two Sophias, they'll watch it with me, but like usually the kiddos are watching.
I mean, I know it sucks, but dude, watch it on your phone, bro. Put the headphones in and just. I know it's not, but you gotta do what you gotta do, sir.
It's not.
That's why you need to get This episode is sponsored by Samsung. But no, you need to get this Fold, dude, because this is my tablet. I open it's my phone.
I'm gonna get an iPad soon.
Bing, and then tablet.
I might be maybe watching it on my laptop. I'm gonna get some new headphones soon. But either way, great show.
Phenomenal.
Excited for.
Let's go with Stone's ratings.
Oh,
Stone ratings. So let's do Stone ratings for entire series. Okay. Avatar: Last Bender. Go.
5.5.
Stop it, dude.
Yeah, I love this show.
You're lying to me.
I fucking love this show.
No,
I have loved it.
I'm gonna cross that shit out, and then I'm putting 6 stones. That's bullshit. You're giving the show 6 stones.
Okay, fine.
Fuck that. I'm not even putting up 5 stones. I'm putting 6 for you. That's bullshit.
Well, it's because I said I was gonna be more critical.
No, fuck that. You love this show.
Yes.
You could talk for hours about this show. It's 6 stones, dude. Let's be real.
Okay, fair.
The series is 6 stones.
Okay, fine.
I'm vetoing. I'm the editor, so I don't care what you say. I'm throwing a 6 stones. No, for me, I'm gonna go with the entire series. I'll go 5 stones. 5 stones. Okay. Yeah, for me. I feel like this hits harder for you just because you can relate to certain characters more and stuff like that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Was it a phenomenal show? Absolutely. I just myself wouldn't give it 6 stones just because I want more.
You want more?
I want more.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see Aang grow up. I want to see him as an adult.
Well, that's the idea. They're
hopefully
playing that story.
I mean, you touched on that. Hopefully, I would have loved to see him start his family and go throughout the years.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like it was cut short. I want more of it.
I want to see. J.J. Simmons, the guy that plays the voice.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, yeah, voices Aang's son in Legend of Korra.
Oh, is that who's voicing him?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I recognized that fucking voice
from Invincible too.
Did you know? Yeah. Okay. Did you know that? One of the twins of the Water Nation. We're talking Legend of Korra. Is Aubrey Plaza.
No, that's cool. I didn't know that.
I recognize that voice, and her voice and her tone is very recognizable. Can we agree on this?
Yeah.
I heard it, and I'm like, I know that voice. I'm like, where is it? I literally had to pause an episode. I'm like, where is she from? And then producer's like, isn't she she don't know names, so she had to like tell me her IMDb to get who she is. She goes, isn't she the one who's with this and this and this? And I'm like, Aubrey Plaza. I'm like, yeah, that's her. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. And then I recognized I believe is the Avatar's dad is the guy who played the second Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2. The one who cuts his hair.
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh yeah.
I never remember this actor's name, but if you know it, Regs will probably like he's screaming at his screen.
Yeah, right.
he knows actors' names like they're his names.
Yeah.
So comment that if you know, because last time he was telling me he was watching one of our episodes and he was screaming at his laptop when we couldn't remember. It's gonna happen again, Regs. Sorry. What's the character in Suicide Squad? The leader of the ones who puts together Suicide Squad?
Amanda Waller?
Yeah, the actress's name. When we couldn't remember he was screaming it.
I can't remember it right now.
He was screaming it. He said, I was screaming at my laptop, the actor. But yeah, so there's a lot of actors I know. What is it?
James Remar?
Oh, yeah? James Remar? Is that... Spell it.
Remar.
Yeah, Remar. James Remar. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we said that already. Yeah. Dante Basco comes back, and his voice is another one. You know it.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's just Rufio's name. Well,
yeah, and I don't know just because I'm a huge Rufio fan.
You know who plays Iroh in the Avatar, the animated show? It's this guy. Hold on.
The actual actor you're saying?
Yeah.
That plays him?
It's Mako Uwin.
Okay.
You'll know him when you see him.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Is that him? That's cool.
Yeah, he was in Samurai Jack. He's Master Splinter in a TMNT 2007 movie.
He's a voice actor, is he not? Generally? Like more than anything?
Maybe. He was in RoboCop.
Oh. The original or the reboot?
The original. Well, RoboCop 3, sorry.
RoboCop 3. RoboCop. Oh. Dude, there's a mock RoboCop movie.
Is it?
Where it's any kids watching Mute. He there's a scene where he's just shooting dicks off. Legitimately, it shows
we're gonna end this episode. I'm not talking about this. No. I have nothing else to talk about.
It's an actual thing. It shows them flying off.
Oh my
dude.
God, I don't want to talk about this.
It's just a gang of guys, and he's just shooting them off.
So instead of like the sandbag shotgun, he's fucking.
It's teabag slime? No, stop it. Bruh. No, I'm talking about.
Guys, okay. Anyways,
this is the adult section of the show. Kids, turn off your screens. Nah, but seriously, you said RoboCop, and I didn't know if you've ever seen that.
I said RoboCop, not RoboDick.
No, it's because it's the dude is in a RoboCop suit, dude. It's like a mock RoboCop, is what I'm trying to tell you. You know, like spoof movies.
Are you telling me when you were watching Pornhub, and this is one of the tangents? Like,
dude, no, it's a legit movie that came out like free for anyone to
free. Yeah, Pornhub.
No. Okay. There are other websites.
Check his incognito browser right now.
There is other websites besides Pornhub.
Okay, brace it. Browser.
Oh my God, he listed them. All right. Anyway, but yeah. So I got a joke of the day.
Okay.
Today.
We're gonna finish off with a joke of the day.
Finish off with a joke of the day.
Okay.
If you don't laugh at this, you have to get your humor checked by your doctor.
Okay.
What do you call a whale without underwear? Producer's already laughing, dude. She knows the punchline. Come on, man.
Free Willy?
Yeah!
I was like, wait. Channel, Saka. No. Oh, Free Willy. Hey.
And that's why he does joke of the days, because he gets the punchlines. Free Willy. That's a good one, right?
That's
all right. I get it.
That's a good
I did a good joke of the day. All right. I don't got anything else besides that. This show is a great watch. Watch it again. I'm pretty sure anybody watched this episode have already seen it.
Yes.
If you haven't, we didn't spoil anything because this has been out for 12 plus years, 15 years. We will be talking about Legend of Korra
coming up soon, and Echo.
That's coming. Let us know what you guys. I want to know what you guys think of Avatar. I know it's been out, but it still has a huge following.
Yes.
Dante Basco still does Comic-Cons and fan events to where he gets a line of people, Fire Nation, sign my Fire Nation stuff.
You know, I might dress up as a.
Let's do it. We all want to. I'm thinking I should go as Appa. I'm planning on getting like a just all white sweatsuit, having the brown here, like just putting a brown, and then having the thing on, because and then I want to have my daughter just on my shoulders throughout C2E2, and she's riding Appa. You know what I mean? Like she loves Appa.
She could be Katara.
That'd be cute. That's the plan, and Jeremiah be Aang.
Be Katara and Avatar, but they're brothers.
Yeah, but I mean this is the early stages before they fall in love.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
I might see if I can pull off Iroh.
You can, dude. You have he's got wide shoulders like you.
Yeah. He's short.
Before he was locked up, the dude had a belly. You got that covered.
I have been intermittent fasting.
Yes, you are working on your fitness.
I'm going to get back to my
You are in the jail cell right now.
Yes.
You are in the jail cell locked up. That was... She'll be May. God damn it.
Oh, then you should be Zuko.
That'd be cool for like when me and her go.
Oh, okay.
But when it's the family, I want to be Appa because I feel like I got my family on my shoulders and stuff like that. So there's symbolism there. I don't know.
That's cool. Who?
She's Momo.
Oh, nice. That's cute.
Dude, I really like that episode really quick before we go. I like that episode, the Tales of Ba Sing Se, because it showed like Appa and Momo duoing that shit, and like it showed their adventures when it's just them two. Super cute.
Heck yeah.
Love that shit. I was like, dude, they're buddies. They're like, what's up?
I just thought about this. We didn't talk too much about the lion turtle where he learned the spirit bending.
Oh yeah, that was key.
Or the finale, really. But anyways.
Yeah. All right. No, we're not ending it.
Yeah.
The finale was dope as hell.
Fuck yeah.
That's your favorite
Almost
episode, right?
Full hour
of your whole.
Well,
no, dude, it was an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Was it an hour?
It was an hour.
Oh yeah,
and a half.
92 minutes. It's 92 minutes. You're right.
An hour and 31 minutes.
Yeah, 92.
On, I don't know if that's the same. Yeah. 92 minutes. Yeah.
Roughly. But either way, a dope episode. We see Ozai fuck up when he shoots him into the wall, and then he hits his wound, which was originally had locked that chakra, so he couldn't enter the avatar.
Unlocks
state.
it, and it was like, you gonna need some milk because you just you fucked. He's like, at this moment, oh god, they should have came up with a meme where as soon as Aang hits it. At this moment, he knew he fucked up.
Let's make it. We're gonna make one. Oh my god, dude! Oh but, yes. Dude. And then he grabs his freaking beard, pulls his beard out. Which, ow!
Yeah, yes, dude,
that hurts. All right, don't do that.
Producer has done this move on me, and that shit hurts.
Yes,
dude.
It does.
How he was just like, I'd have been like, oh.
My daughters did that when they were babies. You know, like when you're like feeding, dude. And then I got to know where there's like shit! Ow, that hurts, bro.
I want to talk about real quick too. The move of this dude's hitting the avatar state, and then Azula's like, nah, lightning.
Yeah.
Why has no other bad villain done that? I feel like every other villain is like, all right, we'll let him power up. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, dude, take this man out when he's getting strong.
Yeah.
She's a sociopath, dude. She's smart as shit, though, but she's a sociopath.
She could be an amazing villain. I think if they tell the story after book 3, they should tell Azula coming back into power of some sort, or trying to lead a rebellion, her having to go one against her brother, and then either losing her power of some sort, kind of like our father did, or even dying and giving her life for her mom because they find their mom. I think that'd be a cool story.
I think that'd be a cool movie.
Agreed. Yes, I agree.
I think that'd be a cool side movie. But
that whole when they're like underground in like that like Emerald City-ish thingy underground when the lightning happens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was like Uno, and she's like draw for bitch.
Yeah, she's like reverse car. Nah, fuck that. Hell no. That's funny. Yeah, but no. When I saw that happened, I'm like, dude, finally, a smart villain. Every other person that he's gone up against, he's powering up in the avatar state, and they just and then they fight him.
Yeah,
she's like, no, you're leveling up. Bam!
Yeah.
No.
Like in Dragon Ball Z when they're screaming and powering up, she was like, no. Boom.
Yeah, how is whenever everybody in Dragon Ball Z is a perfect example. They don't Super Saiyan. They're like, people are just standing there like, oh, she's about to go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, they just let it happen. 6 episodes later.
Yeah, hours later.
Like the whole transformation of Goku into Super Saiyan 3 was like the longest transformation in anime history. It was ridiculous. Can you know what I'm talking
Commercial
about?
break. Come back.
Yeah. And I think it ended the previous episode where he goes through 1, he goes through 2, and then the next episode he eventually in mid-episode goes 3.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so long.
Dragon Ball Z is known for dragging shit out. But I thought that was so smart.
They have almost the same thing, like when they power up and do the finger thing, and then this one is the best.
That dance, the fire dance?
Dragon dance.
Oh, the fusion dance is very similar to
They ended with fusion.
That's true.
They're like, I love that scene because they're like
similar.
They're like, oh, that's a cool dance. It's not a dance, and then they're like, all right, well, what's it called? Dragon dance. He's like, all right. Man. We never talked about Zuko coming, or we touched on it a little bit, but he turned the corner in book 3 and joined the Avatar team.
Yeah, so he becomes his essential teacher.
Yeah, he becomes his fire master, and that's what we did talk about it because
a little bit, yeah.
When he goes to the sun,
that's when Sparky Boo Man attacks them.
Dude, this guy.
Combustion Man or whatever they call him.
They wind up changing his name, but I like Sparky Boom Man the best. This dude, what was his deal? He had like a third eye.
One of them in Legend of Korra.
All right, so
I think it's his daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, but he has a third eye essentially, right?
He does die, yeah, because
but he could have had kids already.
Yeah,
you know.
he could.
So he has a third eye essentially, right? And but is that an opening or is that just tattoo?
I don't know. The other character in Legend of Korra,
because we never see it blink technically. Or,
yeah, we don't. We don't see it blink.
So I don't know. I feel like it's probably like Aang's tattoos. It's a tattoo of it.
I think it's a third eye though, because it's generated from that area.
Essentially, it's a third eye, but I want to know, is it physically an actual appendage? Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's more of tattoo because that's where he learned how to bend through his forehead.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of tattoo like Aang's tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
possibly
kind of like Bullseye in Daredevil. He has a tattoo, or at least the movies. He had a tattoo or like a scarring of a bullseye on his forehead.
Yeah, in the movie, he had a scar.
Yeah, it's a scar and it looks like a bullseye. So, didn't he get shot there or something like that and survived it?
I don't remember.
I don't know what that is, but anyway, yeah. So that finale was a great finale, series ending finale.
He does not take his life because, true to his monk ways,
he figures out a way to. You know what? I'm gonna just take your bending.
Yeah,
come here. Get over here, soul take.
Dude, the way he does it, so like he uses earth bending to stop the fire blast that's coming at him, and then he goes around him again, and he uses earth bending to lock that other arm, and then he pushes it back so that he goes backwards, and then he hits him with the forehead and the chest with his thumbs, and he takes it, and he almost loses that battle.
Cause there was a voiceover. I think it was the lion, right?
Yeah,
the lion turtle. The lion turtle was talking about...
Which you'll see a bunch more of them in Legend of Korra.
Cool. But what I liked is that it was like a voiceover. It was like, if you're not careful enough, you can be overtaken by it.
Yeah, you can't lose yourself.
And you
have to have a pure heart.
It was like taking over him to the last eyepiece. He's like, no! And then it went over him. Speaking of lion turtles, I forgot to talk about this. What's up with the crossbreeding in Avatar?
You were talking about this.
Yeah, dude. Saber moose.
That again goes back to
duck turtle.
My situation.
You think of radiation?
Yeah, I think it's just mutation and radiation.
I saw it more as just like the way we crossbreed dogs.
It could be very
dogs aren't like there's not supposed to be a Shar-Pei poodle or a labradoodle. That's something we came up with. They just, which is why a lot of dogs have diseases. I feel. Like cancer is and stuff like that because you're crossbreeding. But, yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
A lot of them look weird. The platypus bear? That's off-putting for me. I don't like that. It's weird looking.
The rhino even, it doesn't have it has larger feet, larger fingers. It was just different.
The saber moose looked dope.
Yeah.
It was a big-ass moose with a saber teeth. Duck turtles were weird. A lot of these... Turtles. Duck turtles, dude. Remember when Zuko was a baby? A kid?
Yeah,
and they were in the little pond?
Yeah.
And then lion turtles. Turtles are getting around, dude.
Well, lion turtles, like I said, they play...
They're crossbreeding with a lot of different animals, apparently.
Doing it very slowly, apparently. But no, so lion turtles play a big part in the spiritual world of it. I don't think they come from this realm. They originate from the spirit realm, and you'll see why. Because I don't want to spoil Korra for you. But it's good. It's good stuff. But the lion turtles I don't think are necessarily a crossbreed. They are just a spiritual entity.
They're that makes more sense because he kind of unlocked that for Aang. Because he showed him. He literally touched both points that Aang did.
Yeah.
I feel like he showed him you can do this.
Yes. Agreed.
Which I like that subconsciously. That makes more sense that he's a spiritual animal because subconsciously Aang was sleepwalking and went to the island.
Yeah.
So I think that the lion turtle was pulling him like, hey, come here. Mm-hmm. And it was pulling the spirit, the Avatar spirit to him without lighting it up.
It'll make more sense.
Am I getting right?
You're hitting a lot of good points.
Am I foreseeing this shit? All right.
Yes.
Cool.
You're on track.
I'm on track. Sweetness. I'm understanding the show. I love it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We have. Well, you're welcome for Stranger Things. I know you kind of touched on it a little bit, but you like it.
I do like it. I do enjoy it a lot.
You just aren't able to get to the show because that's the show you really got to pay attention to.
Yes.
So I get where you're.
I can't casually listen to it.
Yeah. So we got
watch it.
Aang here. We got Momo chilling with us. That was a good episode, man. Or good series. I love the series, guys. Check it out if you haven't. I know we spoiled a lot, but he told me a lot about the series before I watched it. It's still a good watch.
Absolutely.
Because we didn't touch on a lot of other things. There's plenty in the show to go around.
Which I'm glad because we did give a good brief overview, but we're going to dig into some more shit when the live action comes out on Netflix.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to get this show in so that way we can call back to it and stuff like that.
Heck yeah.
So keep an eye out for Legend of Korra. We're going to cover that. We're going to cover that live action series. When that drops February 22nd, I believe you said?
Correct.
February 22nd. We're going to be, if you guys miss it, it's because you're not watching us, because we're going to be plastering that shit everywhere. So keep an eye out for that. Let us know in the comments, like I said, what you guys liked about it, what you didn't like, your favorite characters, your favorite element. I did have a question today. I'm going to skip it. Or I'm not going to do a whole thing, but which air bending is your favorite? Or which element is your favorite?
Air.
Damn it. That's the same as me. But Toph made me like earthbending, dude.
Agreed.
Toph was
but it just naturally doesn't fit my personality. I am an air sign, being a Gemini. Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I do.
Are there signs for the elements? Like as far as like in here? You gotta tell me that off air. What are which? I'm not gonna dive into it now, but all right, cool.
What? Yeah. Okay. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate those views, those clicks.
And whoever keeps disliking our shit,
thank you. Thank you. Because so in order to dislike, you got to view it.
Yeah.
So thanks for the view. We appreciate it.
But I'm on to you.
Yeah, we're on to you. But hey, everybody's got their own opinion. We know we're not for everybody.
Sleep with one eye open.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
No, we appreciate all our viewers. Whether you like us or dislike us, you're still watching it. So
yeah, I'll take it.
You know what I mean? Like all publicity is good publicity. What is the term? Bad publicity is still good publicity because you're still getting
publicity. I guess
that's a lot of publicities. Anyway, all right. Thanks, guys, for joining us again. And Kike, like Momo and Ang, and
Aang.
Appa.
Oh, okay.
And Aang.
Okay.
No, you know what? Like Momo and Appa, I'm with you
to the end of the line.
Thanks, guys.